Welcome back to the Vasco Speed and Performance YouTube channel. So, on this episode, we are going to be working on cars like we always do. So, no surprise there. But we are really close to 5,000 subscribers. So, in light of that, I want to ask you guys, the viewers, what do you guys want to see more of? Do you want to see more of fabrication? Do you want to see more of electrical, Holly? What do you want to see more of? So Fusion 360, whatever it is, let me know in the comments, and I'm going to do my best to try and do a little bit more of that. One thing that I thought would be a kind of a cool idea would be to do more of like tools in the shop that I like or that make me help the job do better. So I might pick like 5 tools and go over those and then explain why. But yeah, so just trying to think of some cool ideas to do. So that being said, these cars ain't gonna build themselves. Let's get to it. You're watching the Vasco Speed and Performance YouTube channel. I feel like we're on Dumb and Dumber.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, do you want to hear the most annoying noise in the world? And then it's like, wow. It's like, ah! You know? All right. Braden is working on the 69 Camaro. This is a, he's got a complete kit from, what's it from?
Racewire Solutions.
Yeah, Racewire. Dude, they make some really nice stuff. I'm pretty impressed with it.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong, it's not cheap, but, you know, you pay for what you get. So he's got these really nice bulkhead connectors. The customer actually had them down like right here a little bit lower, and they were kind of close to the header, so we really didn't think that was a good spot for it. So we went ahead and Braden made a new panel, got it all painted up, and then drilled the holes in it. And now he is going to be mounting both of those bulkhead connectors over there. But they're really nice because they've got these boots on them. They're labeled. They got a quick connect, so if you ever need to work on it. So starting the wiring process on this beautiful 69 Camaro.
Yeah. We've been having fun.
It looks like a lot. However, the instructions for these things are really nice. So Braden went through and labeled all of them so that he knows where each thing goes, and he's got them all zip tied, and you know, it's a little bit of preparation work, but
yeah, they come zip tied, separated by a bundle. But I went through and continuity tested everything because these pins are actually lettered alphabetically.
Oh, okay.
And so it goes by what letter, and they were nice enough to include exactly what everything is.
Yeah, dude, these instructions, amazing. Super
so I was able to just go through continuity tests, find out exactly what's what.
Yeah,
because like for each nitrous solenoid and whichever stage, you know, first stage and second stage, you know, you got all your stage 1 stuff is the blacks and yellows, but you don't know which solenoid is which.
Right.
So I had to go through and find out, but it wasn't too bad.
Yeah,
we're all.
It's nice that they're all color coordinated and everything. So yeah, that's awesome. Heck yeah, cool.
Yeah, make a quality product.
Heck yeah. So Braden got the bulkhead connectors mounted, ran through there, went ahead and riveted this panel in here, and then we've got these leads that come back. Yeah, he said he's having a riveting kind of a day.
Yeah, this is some riveting content.
Riveting content, that's what he said. So yeah. Okay, Braden is in here making progress on the race wire on the 69 Camaro. So what's your just gut feeling so far? Do you like this kit or
yeah,
okay.
It's all nice stuff.
Okay,
for sure. Quality stuff.
Let's see those instructions.
It's not so much instructions that I'm working with right now, just whatever you want to call it, the pin outputs.
Okay, yeah.
Everything's labeled pretty well.
But it lets you know where everything goes and what color the wires are and everything.
Yeah, and even when you know every single pin, it's still a lot.
Yeah, there's a lot of work, but at least it's easier, and you kind of have like a map to go on. So yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Well, one of the things Braden has tasked me with is the customer had this deal that goes on here for his multifunction switch, and the tube sizes. This is a weird size tube. It's like a 1.1 inch. It's not like a normal one. So when you clamp this on here, it's like throwing a hot dog down a hallway. So I went ahead and I 3D printed this little deal with like a little bit of spacer in it. So I'm gonna try and get this thing on there, and once I get it on there, we'll see if it works. So we're back on the Maverick. Travis is making the parachute mount. You made pretty good progress yesterday on this thing.
Oh man, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, had all those pieces laying around.
Yeah, all these pieces and nowhere to go.
Stick them on there.
Yeah. But this is a sophisticated angle finder technique. So, got the center of the car, puts this doohickey on here. Look how good that looks. So, being extra precise in how he wants it. But he did a really good job yesterday. Let me see if I can open this up without making something fall. And he got all the trunk work welded in. So he went in with silicon bronze and ended up going through and getting all this done. Comes up in through here. There were holes in these little plates, so he went and filled those little holes all nice and neat. That way no smoke gets in. And then I asked him, I said, what do you want to do for the seam sealing side of it? Because obviously there's still going to be a gap between here. And he says, oh, what we do is we seam it from the bottom, and that way you don't have anything come up to the top, and then you paint it, it looks nice and clean. So that's the route we're going to do. Learning a lot from Travis. He has all these little tips and tricks that I did not know. So gonna get that done. And then the trunk area is pretty much knocked out. So he's gonna work on the parachute today, and then we'll start working our way forward on doing more of the tin work. Let me show you what he did in there. That's a nice touch. Okay.
Glasses.
So what are you working on?
Some more sheet metal for the Maverick.
Maverick?
Yep, it's going to be over the anaerobar bar area.
Okay.
And then...
so you're going to do some bead rolling, huh?
Yes.
Okay.
Bead rolling.
Well,
rolling of the beads.
I'll leave you to it. Roll your beads.
And I'm going to make sure no one touches my knob again.
Yeah, nobody touches knob. That's why he's got that safety tape on there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, safety.
All right,
It's yellow for safety.
Get to it.
High vis.
Okay. Well, we got my nephew here. This is Dax, man. Dax, say hi.
Hi.
So he's out of school now, and he was being a little entrepreneur, and he wants to buy. What are you wanting to buy?
Pokemon cards.
Pokemon cards and anything else? No Legos?
$600 Lego set.
Oh, he really wants a $600 Lego set. So he's going to come out here and he's going to sweep the floor and do some stuff for us and try to earn some money so he can buy Pokemon cards because he realizes that they're not cheap. So, you ready to get to work? Okay, high five, let's go. Good morning, it is bright and early. We are headed out to Kansas Speedway. We're actually headed out here to RPM Revival is doing a Cruising for the Cup car show. So we're going to go out here, set up the tent, put up some merch, and check out some cool cars. So let's get to it. We are all set up here at RPM Revival at Kansas Speedway. There is a bunch of really cool cars here. So I'm going to go around and I'm going to show you guys some of the cars that I personally thought were pretty cool. So let's get to it. Well, today is Braden's birthday. How old are you, Braden?
26.
26 years old. How about that? So, as always, Shelby goes crazy, gets Braden some goodies. So, some of the things that he likes. I think there's a Raising Cane's gift card in there. I think you like Raising Cane's and some other stuff. So, she's a great woman. She always likes to go out and get guys stuff. So, doing a really good job with all that. But we appreciate you here at Vasco Speed. Look at that balloon. That's a cool one.
Okay. Got some fresh hats. You got me some gloves.
Oh, yeah. Are these the right ones?
Yeah, man.
So I told her, I was like, hey, these should be the right ones. So
My favorite.
I was looking for welding gloves, and I think they're actually called something else. They're like called, I forget what they're called. Like working gloves or something, like electrical working gloves rather than welding gloves. But yeah, so cool. Yeah. Well, happy birthday, man. Yeah, make sure you guys tell Braden happy birthday in the comments. But Braden's over here working on the 69 Camaro, working on the wiring, doing a killer job. Look at this. Got this bulkheads and stuff in here, all nice and neat. It's got everything on the front pretty much wired. We got the horn in here, got the headlights working. He's working on the alternator charge wire right now. One thing that we are also doing is working on the switch panel. So it's got an e-stop up there, and it's got an e-stop back here. So we had to learn how that needs to be wired in. Have never done one of those, which is pretty simple. He went ahead and made a little bracket back here for the switch, the E-switch. We're back at the back of the car, and it's got the E-switch back here, so you can turn it off and on, which is a really nice thing. In order to use one of these, instead of the traditional push-pull, you have to have like a solid state disconnect, so that's what this is. So Braden's working on wiring that. He made a little bracket for it, so it'll have all the cables going to it, and making good progress on this thing. Okay, so I am back on Sam's Lightning. This is one of those projects that I've been trying to work on as much as I can, but I keep running into little things. So I had a couple bolts that were messed up for the flex plates. I had to order some ARPs. Got the transmission back late Friday. I got the transmission back in. that was a nightmare, but it's in, that's done. So I'm gonna work on putting some more stuff back on this thing, and hopefully we can end up lowering the cab down on this thing. So let's get to work. So this is TJ's 1965 Dodge Polara. I've never heard one of these before, but it's a big Mopar. When I say big, it's a big car. This thing is long. So we are going to be doing a 25.5 750 cert cage in this thing. So we're going to be putting a bunch of bars in there. So Travis went ahead this morning and took out the old cage. The majority of it was just bolted, and then he ended up cutting 2 tubes on it to get that part out. But he's working on pulling the dash now. It's been kind of a booger to get the dash out because these bolts are clear up here next to the window, and we're trying to avoid pulling the windshield since it is a Lexan front window. So yeah, so Travis is doing Travis things.
Working, boss. I'm a surgeon, like a surgeon. Who's that? Weird Al Yankovic?
Maybe.
Like a surgeon.
Yeah. So we're trying to get these bolts out for this dash so we can get the dash out without pulling the window, because then you got to pull all this trim and stuff off here. So Travis is going all fancy. That's not the right size.
10?
You don't have a socket in it.
Oh no, I got it up high enough. I just gotta get that rubber.
Do you want a ratchet 10?
I got that rubber, huh?
That's not a ratchet 10.
That is.
This says 11 on it.
Well, why'd you give me that?
I didn't give it to you. That's what comes in this kit.
Second door down. I wonder why you kept asking me if I wanted a 10. I'm like, it's right fucking here. I mean, sorry.
Right frickin' here.
It won't go in there, boss.
You'll get it. Patience. That's tightening.
Which way did I go?
The other way. Pull that off, take it the other way. So, why did it take so long to get my dash out? Well, these are the reasons why. Okay, a little progress update on Donald's car. So I went ahead and made new battery cables. They go from the battery positive to a good ground. We've also got some charge wire cables that come from his charging ports over there, over to his battery, to the disconnect, and then these 2 wires go forward. One of them is a alternator wire, and the other one is the power wire for the starter. So moving forward, we've got some progress made here. We got the ECM mounted up in here, and that's where we're going to put that. And then we've got some fuse blocks on the way, so once those show up, then we will probably continue making more progress on the wiring on this beast. That's going to do it for this episode. It was really good seeing everybody coming by the booth at the RPM Car Show at Kansas Speedway. Had a blast out there, so thanks for everybody coming out. If you want one of those shirts and you didn't get it at the show, they are now live on the website, so make sure you check that out. But as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. We'll catch you on the next one.